Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the SDG Global Festival of Action. On all fronts, the role of the world's most advanced economies is critical in propelling a turning point for people and the planet. Much depends on restoring multilateral cooperation, which will underpin successful recovery and resilience in the months and the years ahead.
The 2030 Agenda is a great framework in order to understand whether what you do is going in the right direction, but also in order to exploit synergies across different projects. Most of the recovery and resilience plan will be spent by these two ministries coherently and looking at sustainability as the main driver.
In ASviS, basically, we have three roles: monitoring, criticizing, and proposing. Every year, for instance, we publish a report checking, monitoring the indicators for Italy on the SDGs and comparing with other European countries. And of course, making a part of the report is on proposal, or what we propose, coming from different think tank and, as I said, experience. We propose to the government, to the institution, our position and the possibility, practical tools to get things changing.
Before the pandemic, many people thought that health was a cost. Now it is clear health is not a cost, it is an investment. Over the last several centuries, human development, urbanization, immigration, large-scale agriculture, and livestock practices, combined with biodiversity loss and climate change, have impacted how we live. Today, we must rethink our approach to addressing these issues. We have one planet, one health.
The evidence on zoonotic diseases and was there, for many years. One of the positive things that the pandemic has done for Africa is that it's created a pan-African solidarity. But the world has developed the vaccine in, now in 1 year, we've developed this vaccine, and it's come because there has been collaboration. But on the flip side, the vaccine nationalism and the competition, geopolitical competition for producing the first effective vaccine, these have been the negative consequences in the world. And with the global problems that we have and the global solutions that are needed, we cannot have this kind of geopolitical competition.
(2021) is aligning to be a crucial year because, of course, the parallel crises are not going anywhere, right? So, for instance, the climate change crisis must be firmly under our radar if we are not only to solve the existing health crisis, but also to emerge stronger and with a more resilient society. On this, I'd like to quote the Secretary General in his State of the Planet speech, where he concluded that solidarity is humanity, solidarity is survival, and this is the great lesson of 2020. And really, I couldn't agree more. And our commitments to the Paris Agreement and to the Sustainable Development Goals can no longer be postponed. Altogether, we need to see the well-being of our planet as a common house. And this, I believe, is something where the G20 can play a very important role.
The importance of multilateralism. I think what we have to understand is that failure to collaborate is dangerous. But what we also need to collectively understand is that, again, it's in our collective interest that those vaccines be made available everywhere. And I think part of the question before the G20 is whether the G20's remit is about the global economy. But I think the G20 is critically important at this time, particularly at a time when multilateralism has not been at its most thriving on things like climate or what the world should look like in the future. It's from young voices that we're going to get that inspiration and aspiration.